y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do some recipes only using 6 ingredients or less. I am a busy mom. I do not have a lot of time to be meal prepping and doing all the things. So I wanted to make this week super fast and easy, only using a limited amount of ingredients. I do not like all those recipes that make you use so many different ingredients and it's just a pain in the butt to make. So today we're only using 6 ingredients or less. Let's get started. Okay, this is all the ingredients we're gonna need. I have about 6 ingredients here. So we're gonna need some cream cheese. I'm going to need some chicken breast that I'm going to cut in half. And then I also have some thawing out. So I'm probably gonna use 3 to 4 chicken breasts. And then I have cream of mushroom soup. I have some Italian seasoning. I have some green chilies that we're going to be using, and then just a little bit of milk. I'm also going to be using a couple seasonings from my pantry. And you guys can use some mushrooms if you guys want to as well. I'm going to go ahead and omit that since none of us like mushrooms anyways. So we're going to go ahead and get things prepped, and we're going to put it here in the crock pot. It's basically a dump and go recipe. And yeah, we're going to have dinner on the table in about 4 hours. Bottom of my crock pot. I have already sliced all of my chicken breasts in half, so I'm just going to lay them at the very bottom. And then I'm going to salt and pepper them. And then I'm going to put in 1 cup of milk. Our 1 can of cream of mushroom soup. We have our can of diced green chilies. And then I have my Italian seasoning that I'm going to layer. And then also we have 1 block of cream cheese that I'm just going to put right on top. Okay. Stir it around just a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to put this on low for about 4 to 4.5 hours. Okay, let's take a look at my chicken. So I have been cooking this on low for about 4.5 hours. It's looking, woo! I always do that. I always do that. Okay, let's take a look at it and see how it's doing. That looks so good. That looks so stinking good. Okay, I'm going to pair this with some rice and some green beans. And I'm going to put some of the gravy that I made for my chicken. I'm going to put over my rice. Okay, and here is our dinner tonight. Looking mighty fine. My cream cheese does not, like if you get off-brand cream cheese, it just does not like mix as well. So I'm just going to kind of mix that together. But yeah, I put that over our rice. And I want to try to cut into my chicken. It's hard to do when I'm doing like this too. Yeah. Here is my 6 ingredient meals. Let's get started. I'm going to be making some creamy tacos. You all have seen me make creamy tacos before. It's probably like my favorite thing to make. It's so easy. It's fast. It's simple. Dinner's on the table really within about 10 minutes. So that's why I love it so much. We need some tortillas because we're going to put all of our mixture on top of tortillas. We need some ground beef. I think sausage would be really good too. Some sour cream, any type of beans that you want. We need some, I use this Fiesta nacho cheese mainly because I got it on discount. But you can just use regular cheese as well, like cheese soup. And then I have a can of Rotel. So let's get started. Now I need a pound of ground beef first. I thawed that in the microwave and I think I thawed it a little bit too long. Okay, I already drained the grease. So now I'm going to go ahead and add some taco seasoning. You can add homemade seasoning. You can do some chili powder with some cumin, some garlic powder, whatever it is that you like to use. I think I said before that once I'm out of this pre-made taco seasoning, I don't think I'm going to be buying anymore. I'm going to keep this container, but just make my own. I feel like it would be a lot healthier and probably cheaper too. I think that thing was like 10 bucks. Or maybe it was like 7. I can't remember. But still. Okay, so you want to make sure that all the seasoning is nicely combined into your ground beef. I'm going to go ahead and add in our can of Fiesta nacho cheese. I've done queso before and that was like really, really good. It's a little bit more expensive, I think. But it tastes really good if you want to do like your own queso, homemade queso. That's going to be phenomenal. I'm going to give this a stir. Woo! My son's helping me and he's going to put some Rotels in next with the juice. Good. There we go. Good job. I have some kidney beans. I have quite a bit of cans that I canned some beans myself. So I'm going to go ahead and use it in this dish. So I have kidney beans. I also have some pinto beans. I'm not sure I'm going to use all that. Seems like a lot of beans. Yeah. Okay. Giving this a good stir. Yeah, I think that's a really good mixture of beans. Almost too many beans. And then I'm going to add in about a cup of sour cream. Alright. There's that. I'm going to give this a good stir. And you can also add in corn to it. I like to add corn a lot of the times. But I think we're just going to stick to these ingredients and call it good. I ran out of bowls, so this is going to have to do. But here's our dinner tonight. I just put a layer of the tortilla chips on the bottom. And you can top this with some cheese, some sour cream, whatever your little heart desires. And then I did have like a little bit of corn, like maybe like a quarter of a cup. I just tossed in here so you can kind of see a little bit of corn, but yeah, it's whatever. Okay, here's everything that we're gonna need for this meal today. This is basically 6 different ingredients. We are going to need some tomatoes. It calls for 1 can of Rotel, and then it also calls for 2 other cans of diced tomatoes. We need some beans, so I just chose black beans and chili beans. You guys can kind of do whatever type of beans that you want. That's what I'm planning on doing for this Southwest chili. I also need 1 to 1.5 pounds of ground beef. I'm just going to do 1. I needed some chicken broth, so I don't really have any on hand right now. So I'm just going to do some chicken bouillon, call it good. And then you either need a 16 ounce bag of frozen corn, or you can do canned corn. I have tons of canned corn right now, so I'm just going to do that just to kind of make things easy. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and ground up our ground beef. Okay, and then I did forget that I have some onions here that I was going to ground with my ground beef to add in some more flavor. So we have our tomatoes, we have our beans, we have our ground beef, we have some onions, we have some corn, and then we have some chicken bouillon. So here are our ingredients that we're going to need for this recipe. I'm going to add a little bit of bacon grease to my pan. And then I'm probably just going to add probably just about a half of a cup of onions. Okay, we're gonna get this all cooked up. You want them for the most part pretty soft. And then we'll add in our hamburger. Okay, I went ahead and added in my ground beef. And now I'm just going to brown this up with my onions. Okay, at the very bottom of my crock pot, I'm gonna go ahead and put in our beef mixture. Alright, and then I have 1 cup of chicken broth. We have our can of chili beans. And then we have 1 can of diced tomatoes. 2 cans of diced tomatoes. Then our can of black beans. 1 can of corn. And then our can of Rotel. I need a teaspoon of garlic powder. And then I'm going to do a heaping half of a tablespoon of chipotle seasoning. I got some Southwest chipotle seasoning. And now I'm just going to give it a good stir. And if need be, I can always add in more chicken broth later, but I'm just going to let this cook on a high setting for about 4 hours, or you can do low for about 7 hours. Okay, here is our Southwest chili. It is amazing. It's kind of like a taco soup, but I didn't put any taco flavoring in it or anything like that. But it is amazing. We put in that spicy like chipotle seasoning. You guys, this is absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to top mine with some sour cream. Come on now. And then I'm going to give it just like a little bit of cheese on the top, and bam. This is going to be a delicious Southwest chili. You guys are going to love this meal. Alright, here's everything that I'm going to need. I'm going to be making some pork carnitas or pork tacos, however you want to say it. I'm going to be making them in the crock pot. I'm going to put some queso and some Rotel, some black beans, and some taco seasoning on top. This is going to be super, super simple. I'm going to cook it on high for about 4 hours. I'm going to spray the bottom of my crock pot, and then I'm going to put my pork at the very bottom. This is just a pork loin, so I'm going to put that at the very bottom. I had some pork in my freezer, so I just thought, you know, I'll just cook that up. Okay, now I'm going to add a very generous amount of taco seasoning on top of that. And then I have some black beans I'd like to get out of my pantry. I'm not sure I'll use all of it, just because there's a lot of black beans in here. Alright, I think I'll use half of that. And then we have our can of Rotels. You guys can use salsa if you guys prefer. I'm just going to use this Rotel. Okay, I do have some queso in my fridge, so I'm going to use all of this up first. Just put it on top. So I have this Monterey Jack from On the Border that I'm going to use. I'm going to use about half of this jar. Alright, that seems good. And then I'm just going to let this cook on high for about 4 hours, or you can let this cook on low for 6 to 8. And I will see you back here in about 4 hours. Okay, so it's been exactly 4.5 hours. I went ahead and shredded everything. Oh my soul, guys. Sorry, my dryer's going off. This looks amazing. Like, it looks so tender. When I shredded it, it was just falling off. I cannot wait to eat this. So, so good. Look at all that queso. Divine. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add in our 1 pound of sausage. Okay, I think this is all nice and brown. I'm gonna go ahead and drain the grease. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and add in our French onion soup. Just gonna make some French onion burgers. Okay, and then give this a good whirl. And then I am going to try to thicken this up just a tad. I do not have cornstarch. I do have another thickening agent that I plan on using. I'm going to use just a little bit of some xanthan gum and let that thicken up just a tad. I really just want just a little bit thicker. And xanthan gum is a little bit stronger than cornstarch, so you don't have to use as much. Yeah, I can already see it thicken up quite a bit. Okay, and I'm just going to let this simmer on the stove for about just another couple minutes, probably 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and plate this up just like so. I feel like the mozzarella would go really well with this. So, there's that. But here is our dinner tonight. Looking mighty, mighty fine. I absolutely love French onion burgers, so stinking good. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you guys like these type of videos where I only use a certain amount of ingredients, or it's like super fast and easy meals for us busy moms in the week. So I hope that you guys will like it. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.